It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, July the 16th, 2020. Brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Bobby Nell Dunham, 80 of Muleshoe, was held this past Tuesday, July the 14th, at the First Baptist Church in Muleshoe with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Burial followed in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Bobby Nell died on Thursday, July the 9th, 2020, here in Muleshoe. She was born March the 10th, 1940, in Hart, Texas, to Vernal and Frances Goforth King. She married Jack Dunham in Muleshoe November the 16th, 1958. Bobby Nell was a loving wife, mother, and grandmother. She was an earthly example of unconditional love. She was better known as Nanny to anyone that met her. She loved to cook, especially carrot cake and chicken and dumplings, and everyone was welcome at our kitchen table. Her hobby was her family. She spent her life cheering them on at football, basketball games, stock shows, pep rallies, golf tournaments, and everything in between. Her commitment continued on to her community. She loved organizing concession stands and the Muleshoe Fire Department functions, sponsoring youth dances, and managing the Muleshoe City Pool. Her relationship with her siblings was one of a kind. Her quick wit and tenacity kept everyone on their toes. She is preceded in death by her parents, a daughter, Angela Jean Dunham, a son-in-law, Don Heathington. Bobby Nell is survived by her husband, Jack, her son, Michael Dunham, and his wife, Denise of Muleshoe. 3 daughters, Dana Heathington of Muleshoe, Shelley Turnbow and her husband, James of Muleshoe, and Rhonda Myers and her husband, Thurman of Muleshoe as well. Her 3 sisters, Joella Nichols of Hobbs, Billie Jean Graves of Muleshoe, Donnie Mae Behringer of Lasbuddy, and a brother, Gary Vernal King of Bakersfield, California. Her 11 grandchildren, Crystal Martin and her husband, Grant, Mindy Heinrich and her husband, Kanan, Tatum Heathington and his wife, Kelly, Trevor Turnbow and his wife, Ashley, Tyson Turnbow, Madison Bammert and her husband, Brett, Jackson Myers, Garrison Myers, McKenna Dunham, Dagan Dunham, and Keely Dunham, and 12 great-grandchildren all survive her. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Onita Wagner Senior Citizens P.O. Box 292, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. We did a live stream on our website and Facebook pages of the Bobby Nell Dunham funeral service, and it was a beautiful event, well commemorating Bobby Nell, and you can see it now as on-demand video at muleshoetv.com. Click on the First Baptist tab at the top of the page, and please keep the family of Bobby Nell Dunham on your prayer list today. She will be missed. Aurora Martinez, 80 of San Antonio, died on Monday, July the 13th in San Antonio. Her rosary service is scheduled for today on Thursday, July the 16th at 6 this evening at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe. Her funeral service is scheduled for Friday, July the 17th, tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church with Father Leo officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Aurora Martinez was born June the 10th, 1940 in San Diego, Texas, to Tomas and Dominga San Miguel Fuentes. She was married to Reynaldo Martinez. Aurora was a homemaker and a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe. She's preceded in death by her husband, Reynaldo, in 1996. Her parents, a daughter, Elisa Martinez, and 2 brothers. She is survived by 2 sons, Reynaldo Martinez Jr. and his wife, Carissa of Lubbock, and Reynaldo Martinez III and his wife, Lilia of Lubbock as well. 5 daughters survivor, Anna Martinez Lopez and her husband, Robert of Muleshoe, Minerva Mace of San Antonio, Texas, Diana Martinez Rodriguez and her husband, Ricky of Lubbock, Brandy Michelle Bunrostros of Muleshoe, Minerva Anna Salcido and her husband Yoel of San Antonio, Texas, 6 sisters, 2 brothers, 15 grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren all survive Aurora Martinez. And repeating funeral service is set for Friday, July the 17th, tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe with Father Leo officiating. Interment will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. There will be a rosary service today on Thursday, July 16th at 6 in the evening at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Please keep the family of Aurora Martinez on your prayer list today. Well, Wednesday's COVID update from the Muleshoe Bailey County Emergency Management was Wednesday, and we have dropped down to 13 active COVID-19 cases here in Bailey County. So 135 confirmed here in the area, recovered 121. 13 active cases and 1 death. Please keep that family on your prayer list today. You want to make sure and keep following all the protocols as we're trying to keep the spread of COVID-19 down. Wear a face mask when in public scenarios. You don't want to get into large groups of people, and you want to make sure and religiously clean your hands with soap several times a day. And if you can't use soap, use hand sanitizer, as we've continue to keep our numbers down here in Bailey County with only 13 active now, but other parts of the state, it is really ramping up the numbers and starting to stress out the hospital systems in those areas. So keep our state and our country and our world in your prayer list today during this COVID-19 pandemic. Well, it's time now for the weather forecast brought to you by K&K Pharmacy here in Muleshoe. First, a message from our sponsors. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard reminds you that there's a mandatory mask order for Texas and New Mexico. Help keep your family and community safe. They have disposable masks in stock in several different varieties available now at K&K Pharmacy. Strengthen your immune system as well with the Sambucol Black Elderberry. Give your body the best fighting chance against an unwanted virus. It's available at K&K Pharmacy. They have pickup, delivery, and mailing options available, or you can come in the store at 1411 West American Boulevard here in Muleshoe. They do require that you wear a mask in the store here at K&K Pharmacy. They're open Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. at K&K Pharmacy. Also, brighten up your style with a new Consuela bag. Fun and wild prints to choose from. See them pictured on your TV screen in their ad today. K&K Pharmacy. Call them today, 806-272-7511. Well, hopefully we're on the backside of quite a long, hot spell that we started last week, Wednesday, July the 8th here for the Muleshoe area, as we got up to 102 degrees that day. Thursday last week, 105. The high on Friday last week, 106. Saturday, 108. That was the highest temperature out of this whole run. On Sunday, 107, Monday, 107, and Tuesday also registered 107 degrees. All those temperatures were at the Muleshoe Mesonet. The highest low temperature was this past Monday night, as we only got down to 76 degrees. So that's quite a heat spell. The Earth Mesonet Station, which is in a field right next to Tolk Plant, northeast of Muleshoe, they got even higher as they reached 109 degrees for 5 days in a row there up until Tuesday. And so even a couple degrees higher there to the northeast of us. We were cooler here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6 as we reached our high temperature on Tuesday this week, the last day, at 107, but most other days were 105, 106. But Wednesday we cooled off somewhat as our high was only 98 here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6. Last night's low was 62. We did have a thunderstorm come up, but it only dropped 3/100ths of an inch of rain. So please keep praying for rain as we're in the middle of one heck of a drought here in 2020 here in Muleshoe, as we just haven't received much rain for the last 5 or 6 months. Looking at our forecast going forward, sunny and hot. We'll get into triple digits, but only 100 degrees today for Thursday for Muleshoe. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, low around 67. South-southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour tonight. Friday, sunny and hot again. High near 101 degrees. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 70. Sunny and hot on Saturday, high near 100 degrees. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 70. Sunday, sunny and hot, a little bit cooler though, high near 98 degrees. South-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Sunday night, low around 67. South-southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Monday, mostly sunny and hot again. High near 97 degrees. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Monday night, partly cloudy, low around 67. Tuesday, mostly sunny and hot. High near 97 degrees. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low around 67. Wednesday next week, mostly sunny. High near 96. So that is a shame. No forecasted rain for the next 6 or 7 days, but maybe that will change as we go on here. But also sad to say when a 100-degree day sounds good after you've gone through several days, 106, 107-degree temperatures or 109-degree temperatures like we've had here in the Muleshoe vicinity. K&K Pharmacy has brought to you this edition of the weather forecast. Also, during the 2020 year so far at the Muleshoe Mesonet Station, we've only got 4 inches and 36 100ths for the whole year through mid-July. So we're way, way behind the curve for our ag and cattle producers and our dairymen. Please keep rain at the top of your prayer list today. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments. This edition of the Muletrain is brought to you by First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. In an effort to keep up with the latest fraud protection available, First Bank of Muleshoe's My Mobile Money app has been replaced with SecurLOCK Equip. SecurLOCK Equip is very similar to My Mobile Money, as it is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands, and it's available to all participating cardholders. It empowers First Bank's customers to prevent fraud if your card is lost or stolen, simply by turning your card off from your phone. Control spending by setting limits on withdrawals or transactions. Customize spending ability of online, mobile, or in-store purchases. Set alert notifications for each time a transaction is made. Block international or out-of-area transactions as well. Download the SecurLOCK Equip app from Google Play for Android phones or at the App Store for iPhones. Follow the steps to connect to your First Bank of Muleshoe debit cards. If you need more information or help, you can call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515. Check them out online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank SecurLOCK Equip, available now for Android or iPhone through the Google Play Store or the App Store. The First Bank is member FDIC.
Leal's is the best Mexican food I've ever eaten in my life, and I've been alive for 10 years now. Hi, I'm Isla Reynolds, and I enjoy the phenomenal bean burritos, rice and beans and chips, and seasoning salt. I've been around and eaten lots of Mexican food in 10 years, and Leal's is the best, for sure, with the original being located at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas since 1957.
The huge going out of business sale is underway at Tattered Tumbleweed, 1405 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, with every item in the store marked down to at least 60% off. Home decor pieces are marked down to 75% off, and then great deals on prices on all their furniture and fixtures, which includes a table and china cabinet. Masks are required while shopping in Tattered Tumbleweed, and if you don't have one, you can buy one for only $1. No returns or refunds are accepted, as all sales are final at the huge going out of business sale at Tattered Tumbleweed. They're open Tuesday through Fridays, 1 until 6 p.m., and Saturdays, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Again, take at least 60% off all items in the store. Home decor pieces marked down 75% off, and great deals on all furniture and fixtures now at Tattered Tumbleweed, 1405 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. Get in while the inventory's the best. Carolyn Johnson Riding, the director at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, says on Monday, July the 13th, the Bailey County Senior Center Board of Directors met and came up with the following solution to continue their operations. Tuesday this week, they reopened their drive-thru in the back at 11:30 a.m. and will continue to run it as they have the past 4 months. Go through the east side of the building, the back of the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, beginning at 11:30 Monday through Fridays. Their drive-thru will start back up and did so this past Tuesday, July the 14th. They will continue with home delivery for those needing it, and will also continue to open the building for those who want to continue to come in and dine inside. The number of patrons inside grows if as the number of patrons inside grows, they will start trying to get their activities going again. Also, Carolyn says if you would like to be a part of their community, they would ask you to consider volunteering to help them out at the Senior Center. Many of their volunteers have worked tirelessly for the last 4 months. Some added volunteers, however, would help us stagger the duties and responsibilities and help make everyone's job a little bit easier. If you could find yourself volunteering for even just 1 day a week, that would be very helpful. If you have any questions about volunteering or the changes at our center, please call them 806-272-4969. And so they're looking for more volunteers, and also they've opened up their drive-through meal service Monday through Fridays at 11:30 a.m., beginning at 11:30 a.m. there on the east side of the Senior Center. If you would like to volunteer, they desperately need some. Call 806-272-4969. Please keep everyone at the Senior Center and their board, the director, Carolyn Johnson, the assistant Casey Lee, and the also Janice Morrison and all their volunteers that work so hard there at the Senior Center. For lunch on Friday, July the 17th, they'll be serving fish or chicken strips. Then Monday next week, July 20th, salmon patty. The 21st, spaghetti with meat sauce. And then Wednesday next week, chicken fried steak. Well, we continue to serve up a live stream every Sunday at 11 a.m. of the First Baptist Church in their Sunday morning worship service. Join us this next coming Sunday for the full service, along with the message in the midst of our message for Genesis 29:10 through 19 by Dr. Stacy Connor every Sunday at 11 a.m. the live stream. Then we do delayed audio broadcasts from the First United Methodist Church along with the Calvary Baptist Church and Brother Jeff Kaufman. That available free of charge on demand anytime you want to listen to it. MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the First Baptist, First Methodist, or Calvary Baptist tabs on the top left of our page. If you didn't hear last Sunday's service at First United Methodist, you might want to go and listen to it, especially at the end as the sermon was brought by the district superintendent, Don Boren, out of Lubbock, as they are in between ministers, and he talked about the plan going forward. He didn't release the names of the two interim pastors that will fill in for the next year, but they are both in their mid-40s. One is a male and one is female. The male is working on his Ph.D. to become a professor in a seminary-type setting, and the other, the lady, is a lay person and works especially at Lake Ridge United Methodist Church there in Lubbock, but they will be taking turns preaching every Sunday here in Muleshoe for the next year or so, and they will be introduced to the First United Methodist Church this coming Sunday morning at 11 a.m., so join them there at 507 West 2nd Street for that announcement and meeting those two new interim pastors, both in their mid-40s, a male and a female, that will take over the responsibilities at First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe. Dr. R.L. Richards, our superintendent of Muleshoe ISD, writing, he says at our regular July board meeting, which was held earlier this week, the board approved a new calendar to provide extra student minutes, and the new student start date will be August the 12th. Teachers' contract days will remain the same. And then on Friday, August 14th, they will have a CSP day to assist us in planning for on-campus instruction and the asynchronous instruction. The earlier start date will provide MISD flexibility in their calendar this school year. MISD will be sticking to their motto, keep students safe, keep staff safe, and have a normal school year. Most of our routines for 2020-2021 school year will remain exactly the same as the 2019-2020 school year. This will be an asset to our students, our staff, and our community. Our plans are to open school just like we left it after spring break. And more details will be sent in the future. Respectfully, R.L. Richards, our superintendent of Muleshoe Independent School District. Also, some student registration dates that they've released. On August the 4th, Dillman, and August 5th, Dillman will register students 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. on the 4th, and then August 5th, 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. at DeShazo Elementary on August the 4th, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., and then August the 5th, 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. At Junior High, they will register students August the 4th, 8 a.m. until 3 p.m., and then on August 5th at Junior High, 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. At the high school, they will register seniors on August 4th, 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. On August 4th as well, juniors will register from 1 until 3 p.m. And then August 4th, new students from 3 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. On August the 5th at high school, sophomores will register from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. And then on the same day, August 5th, freshmen will register that afternoon from 1 until 3 p.m. And that's some things going on at our Muleshoe schools as they plan to go forward in somewhat normal of a fashion. And they also plan on continuing with the football schedule as it is set. And the first scrimmage will be August the 14th. A scrimmage at Dimmitt. August the 20th, a scrimmage here in Muleshoe versus Olton. Then the first regular season game, pre-district, will be August the 28th at sundown at 7 p.m. September the 4th, here in Muleshoe versus Lamesa at 7 p.m. Then September the 11th, here in Muleshoe against Friona, the Chieftains, at 7 p.m. September the 18th, at Tulia at 7 p.m. Then homecoming will be September the 25th here in Muleshoe versus Seminole at 7 p.m. October the 2nd versus Snyder at Snyder, 7 p.m. as well. October the 9th, Bushland at 7 p.m. They'll be open on October the 16th. October the 23rd here in Muleshoe versus Amarillo River Road. Dalhart here at Dalhart on October the 30th at 7 p.m. And then senior night will be November the 6th here in Muleshoe versus Littlefield at 7 p.m. And that's the 2020 Muleshoe Mules varsity football schedule. Of course, the new head football coach, athletic director, is Jason Richards. Offensive coordinator is Chris Mosier. Defensive coordinator is Daryl Davis. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hello, I'm Keith Covey with the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic. As we continue in this pandemic, your health is our utmost concern. We continue to work diligently to make the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic a safe place for you and your family. Most importantly, during this time, it is essential to keep up with your routine exams so we can help you address your medical problems before they get out of control. As always, please continue to practice CDC guidelines by wearing a mask in public areas and while visiting us. Please remember to stay 6 feet apart and wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Call the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic so we can help you living a healthy life.
That's 806-272-7531. Beat the heat at Frying Cocks in Muleshoe as they have window air conditioning units, including an 8,000 BTU portable air conditioner, all run off 110-volt power source. They also have in stock a good selection of fans, including 20-inch air circular fans, 16-inch pedestal fans, 30-inch tower fans, box fence and get your accessories for your swamp cooler, including pads, pumps, hoses, and more. Now, at Frying Cox, they have in great-looking Habit Bell Coast River shirts. Some great colors, long and short sleeve, and at a great price. Breathable, and they'll keep you cool in the sun. Keep your drinks and food cold outdoors with a great selection of Yeti coolers in the Roadie 20 and Tundra 35, 45, and 65 in the Tundra Hall. Yeti ramblers, tumblers, and handles as well. Get instant shade anywhere with the 10x10 or the 12x12 canopies. Brand new at Frying Cox. See the Marlin Cutting Edge Knives, all available at 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas. Beat the heat at Frying Cox. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Wendy Ludwikowski, the granddaughter of Jean Allison, reached out to us and wanted us to pass this on. She says, "Hi, everyone. As you know, our grandmother, Jean Allison, passed away in June. Your messages on her Facebook page have warmed my heart. To honor her memory, I would like to compile letters from individuals whose lives were impacted by grandmother, Aunt Jean, Mrs. Allison, or Moose. I would be grateful if you would please share memorable stories of how she influenced your life." Wendy hopes to create a book with all the letters to share with friends and family to commemorate her special memory. You can mail these letters to Wendy Ludwikowski. That's WYNDILUDWIKOWSKI, 30 Black Lawn Street, Mobile, Alabama, 36604, or you can email them to jeanallisonletters@gmail.com. Sincerely, Wendy Ludwikowski. Again, that's 30 Black Lawn Street, Mobile, Alabama, 36604, or email them to jeanallisonletters@gmail.com. And we were thinking about Jean Allison over the last several weeks, Mom and I, and we went through our archives and we pulled up a video that we have from March the 29th, 1985, the moving of the Santa Fe Depot to the Muleshoe Heritage Center, where the Heritage Board did that, along with the SCAC, the Student Community Action Club, that helped raise money to do that as well. And we have an interview with Mom, a short one, interviewing Jean Allison there after they got the Santa Fe Depot to the Heritage Center. And again, this is from March the 29th, 1985.
To some people, a building moving down a highway is nothing at all. But it's a historical event today, March the 29th, 1985 in Muleshoe, because the Santa Fe Depot, which stood at the end of Main Street since the early 1920s, was moved to this site out at the western edge of Muleshoe. I guess it was about 21 blocks. What do you think, kids, that it moved? Is that what you'd say? 20? Do we all agree? About 21 blocks. And it took about, actually, 3 hours. They started the moving just about 9 o'clock this morning, and by shortly after 11, well, the building was on this site. And do you think it'll stay here for always? What do you think, Jean Allison?
I think it will. We certainly do hope so, that we preserve this for history.
Right. This is a group of Muleshoe High School students who have gathered together this afternoon to come look at the building and think about what they have done as members of the Student Community Activity Committee. And they've done a lot, haven't they, Jean?
Yes, this is a Student Community Action Club that was organized as a result of some students 3 years ago wanting to save the Muleshoe Depot. This early group came to me and asked if I would help them save the Muleshoe Depot. And the first year, we were not a club. The next year, we organized the Student Community Action Club. And this is the third year of students that have tried to save the depot. And these groups of students have had car washes. This year, this group put on a dinner and donated at one time $850 for this fund. They are a member of the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation Board, the nonprofit organization that had to be organized to move this depot. And they have discovered as students that Rome is not built in a day, that it takes, and they have gotten discouraged at times, but they never would give up that we could save the depot.
And again, that was March the 29th, 1985, and you can see the full video of that moving day of the Santa Fe Depot from the Crossroads area here in Muleshoe down to the Heritage Center in its entirety, all 25 minutes of it, along with the interview with Gene, and then many of the first SCAC members on our YouTube channel. You can keyword search Gillam Advertising, find our YouTube channel, and then within our channel, just type in Santa Fe Depot, and you can find that video. Thought we would share that today as we're remembering Jean Allison as she recently died at the age of 97 last month. On the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, you can watch in its entirety Monday's Muleshoe City Council meeting in its entirety, available free of charge on demand on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. The Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program is in desperate need of donations due to the COVID-19. Some of their donors were unable to help them this year. These annual gifts generated enough support for Meals on Wheels for 2 to 3 months. They are currently serving 74 seniors here in the Muleshoe area. You can make your donations now in person at the Bailey County Courthouse, or you can mail it to 300 South 1st Street, Suite 110, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or direct deposit through AIM Bank, Muleshoe. And, of course, see Judy Kaufman. She takes care of the Meals on Wheels program. She's in the Office of the Aging there at the courthouse. When you come in from the south door, she's the first office on your left. Now we'll take you to our police chief, emergency management director, Chief Gary McCone's weekly update that was just released today at the noon hour on Thursday, July the 16th.
Good morning. Chief McCone here with your weekly update. This week's update is actually going to be relatively short. We put out our latest numbers in regard to the COVID-19 cases for the city and the county yesterday evening. We'll be coming out with the updated numbers later this afternoon. But in regard to the numbers, there were some questions about, the state had one set of numbers and we showed another set of numbers. We are actively working and consistently do with the Texas DSHS folks in regards to the numbers. And basically, as I think everybody's realized at this point, there is such a massive amount statewide of folks being tested and cases coming up that obviously by the time those numbers catch up, it's a little delayed and a little behind. But nevertheless, we're still going to actively work through that and shore those numbers up. So kind of be on the lookout for additional communication about that. So some other things coming up. School district, if you're interested in that, I know that's a question and so forth. We've shared that on the police department's website about the upcoming school district's calendar. If you have any questions about that, contact the school district. But it's out there on Facebook, on the ISD's website, and like I said, we shared it on the police department's Facebook page as well, just for everybody's information. All right, so we are several months into this, and everybody's continuing to do, for the most part, what they need to do. Practicing social distancing, we still encourage you to do that. Wearing masks, when you're in large groups, we encourage you to do that. We encourage you to still use hand sanitizers or wipe stuff down. We encourage those things. We got to believe that those things have helped as a community and as a county. I'm a firm believer in those things have helped. But like I said, we want to encourage you to still continue to do those things. Continue to watch the Facebook pages out there for updates and so forth. Everybody that's signed up for and following the Facebook page, our emergency management page, I appreciate you. We get we reach a lot of folks each week with that, so we appreciate you being out there. And as a reminder, and this goes back several months, if you haven't already, please sign up for the Rave Alert /Smart 911. The link is on the city's website. If you go to the main page, it's right there on that main page. It's a free service that doesn't cost you anything in terms of the sign-up fees or anything like that. That is a partnership that the city and the county have come together on. So that is out there. That gives you updates for weather alerts. If we had, a critical incident that we needed to make everybody aware of and so forth. So be sure to get out there and sign up for that. That's a great service for our community. And, encourage you to do that. So, with that being said, be on the lookout for our latest numbers this afternoon. Continue to practice those things that we've been doing and continue that good job. We sincerely appreciate you. look out there for the school's calendar if you've got a question about that. Also be on the lookout for kind of shoring up of those information and that number from the state versus what we have here to kind of alleviate any confusion. And as always, on behalf of the city and Bailey County, stay positive and stay healthy.
Well, up first on our prayer list today, please remember all those residents over in Olton at the Running Water Draw Care Center. We retweeted a story from KCBD from Monday where they reported that over 30 confirmed positive COVID-19 cases have been confirmed inside of the Running Water Draw Care Center. We know there are some Muleshoe natives over there in running water draws, so please keep all those residents and their families and those that are suffering with the COVID-19 as they have 30 cases confirmed, and over this past weekend they had one death as well. 22 cases are among the residents and 8 are among the staff. You can read that full story from earlier in the week on our Twitter feed. Look on the bottom left corner of our website, muleshoetv.com. And up first on our prayer list, remember the running water draw over in Olton. Bonnie Carpenter needs to remain on your prayer list today. She's back at home but not doing well. Remember Berta Combs and Terry Byers, Charles Mayhew, Betty Ruth Wood, Donald and Joe Phelps, Junior Davenport, Sandy Noble, Kelvin Johnson. Remember Vicki Birch. Remember Isaac Rodriguez and Virgie Hartline, Margaret Berman, Robert Montgomery, Matthew Alicon, Jacob Olivas needs to be on your prayer list today. Remember Mary Nell Bleeker and keep Becky Hawksbergen, Maureen Hooten, Barbara Blackman on your prayer list today. Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Judy Lambert, Pat Nichols, Patty Kent, J.W. Harrington, Marshall and Ann Heads, Sally Ellis, and all the residents of our Parkview Nursing Care Center. Remember Kearney Scoggin and Leonardo Avilas. Please continue to remember during this pandemic area, keep all the pastors and church boards, deacons that are making decisions during these trying times. Remember those running our senior center, along with the board and the director there, Carolyn Johnson, as these are very stressful times for them as well, trying to stay open. Remember all our leaders in our school, Superintendent R.L. Richards, our city, our mayor, Cliff Black, and our city manager, Ramon Sanchez. Remember all our county leaders, our governor here in the state of Texas, our president, all our local business owners as well, as these are very trying times. Remember Eric Hall on your prayer list today, Landon Nichols, Dorothy Sorley, Gabby Stone, Brian Taylor, Clinton and Maxine Rogers, Doris Scott, Dorothy Turner. Remember those families that have recently lost a loved one, the family of Aurora Martinez and the family of Jose Cortez. Remember the family of Bobby Nell Dunham, the family of Pearl Brown. Please keep the family of Larry Trider on your prayer list today, the family of Bob Owen, the family of Raymond Trider, the family of Gail Morris, the family of Helen Free, the family of Larry Green, and also the family of Jean Allison. Keep all these families grieving the loss of a loved one on your prayer list today. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs, along with all of our archived ones, free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. We'll hear some cowgirl pranks in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Cindy Finley of Center Point is a cowgirl who loves the outdoors.
It's really neat, just living on the ranch. I know many times I've been asleep underneath a tree, and little squirrels crawl up and down my belly and get in my shirt pockets, and I started carrying lemon drops for squirrels. Squirrels love lemon drops. And they'd dig them out of my shirt pockets, and they'd sit there and just dig. Or I'd carry pecans in them. They'd sit up on my chest and eat pecans and spit pecan hulls on my chest, and I'd watch them underneath my hat. It was a lot of fun.
She understands horses, but you can't say the same about some people.
You never know. You can go out and talk to a bunch of horses, and they stand there and look at you. You know they enjoy what you're saying. People, you don't know. They look at you, and sometimes they smile, and sometimes they just get up and walk off, and you think, what did I say wrong? Who did I make mad?
Once, when she was working on a ranch in the Panhandle, 3 girls from New York came to visit.
I don't know where they got the idea that you didn't have to wear pants if you wore your shafts, but they didn't, and cowboys loved it. They even got mad at me when I made them go change clothes and put some blue jeans on. I pulled some pretty dirty tricks on them. One morning I went to get the milk. Somebody forgot to bring it in, and this one girl was after my boyfriend, and I was being very protective of him, and she was quite pretty. She was wandering around in a pair of red satin hot pants all over the ranch, and I could see why he was attracted. Ben's, most of us girls that was on the ranch wore blue jeans and chaps and boots, But this particular morning, she followed me down to the barn to get the milk. We had a cooler down there that we kept all the milk in. And she decided that she wanted to get the milk. So I says, okay, but all the way down there, I'm trying to think, what can I do to her to get even, So we get down to the barn, and Bossy, the old milk cow, she answered my question for me. She was still in the stall. And I told the girl, she says, how do I get the milk? And I said, well, you see those milk bottles over there? And she said, yeah. And I says, well, you take one of those milk bottles, and you put it underneath one of those spigots, and you pump the tail like you do at the pitcher pump to get water. And she did, and that cow kicked her right in the middle of the belly and set her back in the biggest cow patty you have ever seen in your life.
Cindy Finley of Center Point, a little place near Kerrville. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.